Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. I wanted to share with you today a new pen. Yes, I have another new pen, and I know what some of you are thinking. I tend towards being a collector rather than a user. Maybe guilty as charged, but anyway, I will be using this. My husband actually bought this for me recently over the holiday sales, Black Friday and so forth. It actually was not on sale, but I got a few ink samples that were from Van Ness to try with this pen, and I will show you those now. I just had a brief interruption, so I kind of forgot what I was saying, but I think I was talking about these two ink samples. They were on sale during Thanksgiving weekend from Van Ness, and this red luster was one that I saw that just looked really pretty. It's from the Shimmer-tastic line, and that is this one here. Look at this shimmer. It really is fantastic. I think that's just really fun for holiday writing. And then the other one I got was this Colorverse Opus 88 Tango. This one was recommended at the website to match this pen. So I really thought that would be fun to try. I don't necessarily want to match my pens in the color all the time, but sometimes I do enjoy that. And this time of year, I thought this was pretty, but for everyday use, I thought that might be fun. But let's look at that one. That is this top one. It has a little bit of a sheen. It kind of looks silvery to me, but I think mostly it maybe tends more towards shading. At first, when I swatched this and wrote with it, I was a little bit perplexed on how this was supposed to represent this. I felt like this one was better. But upon reflection, I really kind of get it. And I think they really came up with a fun blend of both this ebonite and this acrylic. So it's almost like if you mixed those, excuse me, you would get this. It seems a little more orange leaning to me. These a little bit more saturated spots tend to be, I guess what I would call a gray red. And then here I use the Kakimori nib and tried to see what kind of line variation and color variation I would get with that. And it just seems a little more rust to me, a little more orange, mostly, although these lines here are red. So, you know, that's a dip nib. I haven't tried this yet in a pen because I just got it yesterday, but I imagine it might be a little more evened out versus just more orange or really saturated in some other areas. Since I bought this for just the fun of having a reddish pen for the holidays, when I swatched it yesterday and this was still a little bit more wet, I felt like this was the better match. And it seemed festive because of the gold shimmer to it. Sorry, I'm almost done with the cough, but of course, as I'm trying to do a video, it's creeping its way back. Anyway, then, not trying it yet in this pen either, but I went ahead and did a swatch of my Tex-Mex by Colorverse. I actually think this will be the best match, personally, for me, of all these three, if I want it to look like it was designed for the pen. This is a deep red, and I feel like that's what this is. This is a red that I really like, a very rich, deep red. It has a little bit of green or maybe even a bronzy shimmer to it. And I wrote with each of these here. So again, this is the Kakimori nib, but using, where'd it go? The Tango design for the pen. Using the red luster here with my Charlie. Oh no, that's this one, sorry. This I actually put in here and then wrote with it. And then here I dipped my Noodler's Charlie pen in the ink and kind of swatched it with that. Again, the deep red, very similar to Vinta Laguna, if you're familiar with that ink. So I've been writing with this all day. I still have it open. I like it a lot, and it was doing wonderfully on my notebook. After a long writing, it seemed to dry out, and that was on Cosmo Air Light. But then when I grabbed this aerofil and wrote again with it, it just started back up again. So I don't know the story there, but even with the medium nib, surprise, surprise, the shimmer is showing really nicely. It's a really pretty color. It somewhat reminds me of the J. Urban Rouge et Matite that I no longer have because I didn't care for the super bright red. This is, again, a toned down red, and I like it with the gold shimmer. So, if you don't know this pen, it has been out for a while, and I have admired it when I've seen other people using it. I kind of like this, I don't know if you'd call it color blocking or just two-tone. This looks leathery to me, but it did say on a different website that it was ebonite. The nib is smaller. It's a number 5 nib. And Opus 88 is on there, and this is medium. I wanted to try something different. I have a lot of broad nibs. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to branch out and try something else. So let's compare it if you're interested. This is the Opus 88. They are quite similar in size, if not, let's screw that back in. I think the Picnic, the Opus 88 Picnic, which is this purple one, might be a little bit longer, seems to be, without measuring it and all that. And then the Opus Demonstrator. This is the orange Demonstrator. It has the bigger number 6 size nib. Once again, compare those. I do prefer this size. I just like that chunkier, substantial look, but I feel like for this pen, this is a good match. Quite a bit smaller, but to hold it, it still feels like a good sized pen. It still feels comfortable in my hand. I have found that I like a thicker grip section overall with my pens. I have not bonded well with my Sailor Pro Gear Slim, and it's a beautiful pen. It just is not, it's too small for me. It's too petite. I like a big chunky pen. So I am happy and excited about this. My writing has been really good with it all day long, other than that little bit of drying out because of the shimmer. It's worked really well, very smooth, and actually kind of remarkable that it does write so well with the shimmer in it. A few other colors I thought I might try to do a contrasting color this December would be the Edelstein. It is not pronounced with a German accent, I know, but there's a better way of saying it, but that's how I learned it. Olivine and Noodler's Green Marine. These are kind of leaning towards a true crayon green, traditional Christmas green. I feel like a little, your basic green, although, you know, I don't know. That's debatable. That's what I kind of grew up thinking of, a Christmas green to look like that. I think these will be fun for a contrast. I'm actually kind of looking forward to maybe having a different color in here, although I did buy these to try out. I'm kind of leaning towards wanting to try the green. So that's it. That is my new pen. This was a gift from my husband, who bought it on a whim. He said, "This, remember, this is an I love you gift." He does that often. He's a very nice guy. I just thought a comparison would be fun to see. And, you know, sometimes it's worth revisiting the ones that have been around for a while. Not a brand new pen, but to me is something that just seems like it'll be a very good addition to my fountain pen family. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.